Hey everyone, I am very happy to announce my journey into the world or the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So I started this journey some months back. I started it in January, but I wasn't consistent because of school. I was trying to balance academics and learning this skill and acquiring this skill rather. But now I'm stabilized and I want to start from the beginning. So 3 days ago I started my journey and I got a roadmap, a very clear roadmap that really outlined everything I needed to study, from the basics of Python to maths till to supervised learning, unsupervised learning, deep learning, CNN, RNN, and the rest of them, deploying a model and all that. So I started. Actually, the roadmap was supposed to start on the 29th of June, but I decided to start earlier since I wasn't doing anything special. So, like I said, 3 days ago, I started and I learned some things. I started with the basics of Python, even though I've done it before. I just had to start from scratch because I wanted to follow the roadmap. I wanted to do everything. I just wanted to make sure I really touched everything, right? So I learned in the first day, I learned Python basics. I learned about syntax, variables, and loops. I learned that a Python syntax is a set of rules that define how Python code should be structured and written for it to be valid and executable. And under Python syntax, we have indentation, comments, variables, and naming conventions, conditional statements, loops, functions, exception handling, importing models, and everything. So I learned that the function always comes with a colon, starts the def keyword, and all that. And I also learned data types and basic operations. Yes. So I learned about the long statements. The long statements where if you are writing something in a Python cell and it is so long that everything will not be shown in the cell. Everything will enter the cell, but it will go inside, it will not show. So you can put a backward slash and go over to the next cell. It is telling Python that this thing I'm writing in this succeeding cell is a continuation of what I wrote in the preceding cell. Yes. And then I learned about variables or data types. We have the string, the integers, the floats, the boolean, the list, dictionaries, modules, and the likes and all that. And I also learned about loops. I learned that we have for loop and while loop. And for loop executes a block of code a fixed number of times. You can iterate over a range, string, or sequence. And I also learned that for loop is better when you have to do something over a fixed number of times. And the while loop is better used if you want to execute something for an infinite number of times, right? Yes. And that's all I learned in day one. This is just a summary. I learned in day one. Then day two, I learned about functions, return values, and scope. So functions, what did I learn? In functions, I learned that a function is a block of reusable code, and we place the brackets after we write a function. Let me say, okay, and the function is written with the def keyword. So I write def to add two numbers or to do something, then I have to put a bracket in front of the function. Yes, after the function name to invoke the function. Yeah. So that is it. And I learned that to invoke a function, we write the function name and then add a parenthesis. That's what I just said. What I said. To invoke a function, write the function and add a parenthesis. Yes, and also learned that with functions, you are able to send a data directly to a function using what is known as arguments. You can send values or variables directly to a function. Any data you send a function are known as arguments, but you need a matching set of parameters that are in order. Let me say I wrote a function to say happy birthday, Dabrichi. So I write def happy birthday, and then let me say I want to use this function for three different persons. I want to use it for Dabrichi, I want to use it for Michael, and I want to use it for David. So I will write happy birthday, and I'll put my colon, colon, and I'll put my, it's parenthesis, and I put my parenthesis and I put name. So when I'm calling the function, I can say happy birthday Dabrichi, and every other thing will fall in place. Happy birthday Michael, and everything will fall in place. I don't know if you get, but I understand. And yes, matching set of parameters. So if I want to say happy birthday Michael, you are 17 years old, you are handsome. Do you get? So I'll have to put Dev happy birthday. In parentheses, I'll put name, age, and attributes. What do we call handsome? Is it beauty or anything? Just put something for that place. Put something there. And that, yes. That's what I learned. Functions. And I also learned a lot of things. And then I learned about the return statement. And one thing, a function cannot be complete without the return statement. So I learned that the return statement is used to end a function and send a result back to the caller of the function. Yes. So now I write a function to, which example will I give? So now I write a function to, let me say, add two numbers, or function to add two numbers. I'll have to write result equals sum a plus b. Result equals sum a plus b, so that the result will be called back. So without the return statement, it's like asking a chef to make pizza. The chef has finished making the pizza. Without the return statement, it's as if I won't get the pizza, but the pizza has been made. Do you understand? So the chef has finished making the pizza, but the pizza could not be returned to me because I failed to use the return statement. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. You get. I understand. That's it. Return values and scope. Well, for scope, I wouldn't say I really understood that scope because it was just weird. It's just weird. That scope, it's weird though, or more. It's okay. Scope refers to the region of a program where a variable or a function is visible or accessible. What I know I learned in scope is we have the built-in scope, the global scope, and the local scope. The built-in scope the built-in scope is just like the keywords, right? Let me say the built-in scope is just like the print, impute, string, integer. Do you understand? Those are like the built-in scope. Then I learned that the global scope can be used in a file, just in a file. Then local scope can be used just in a function, right? That's basically it. So, and on the third day, which was yesterday, I learned about OOP concepts in Python. I'll be honest, I did not understand this thing. But it's fine. I just have a feeling that as time goes on, I will understand it. That is POOP programming. We're just talking about objects, class, programming, object, class, and all that. Classes, we can use classes to define objects, attributes, methods, actions. I really did not understand it, but I believe that as time goes on, I will get to understand it, right? So this is just all I learned. So by tomorrow, I will continue. And this roadmap is set to end by December 21st. By December. So by December, I'll be rounding up this course. So I really pray that I am consistent, I'm dedicated to it, I'm not distracted, and I give myself to it. And yes, thank you very much for being a part of my journey, for being a part of the journey I am in right now.